Guys, today I'm going to be answering a really common question, and I think maybe where people get tripped up the most, or where maybe you don't realize you're actually going wrong. So it's going to be all about what is the best method to do your affirmations. Is there a certain routine or structure you need to follow for your affirmations to be correct, I guess you could say. I think I'm going to title it in relation to affirmations being correct, being done a certain way. So I will explain what I mean by that in the video as we go along, and just my general advice, because it's not as strict as you probably think it is, and you're probably doing it perfectly correctly. But just, using this video as a reference point, you can then look back and say, okay, this little checklist, does it match up with my affirmations? So I hope this is going to be another really useful video for you guys. If you enjoy this content, then please do thumbs up, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. You can stay up to date with everything I'm posting every single day as soon as it comes up live. And I do try and reply to comments as soon as the video is live. As soon as I get a chance, usually within an hour, I've replied to the first comments. So yeah, you do want to be one of the first people to view if you want your questions and comments answered and acknowledged, or whatever it is with your comments that you guys would want. So yeah, I also offer coaching, and if you're interested in getting that one-on-one support with me, you want to ask a lot of questions, you have a lot of questions about your own manifestation, then the coaching is the right solution for you, most probably. So if you are interested, take a look at what I offer, the prices, the different packages I offer. It's all listed on my Instagram. I'll probably pop up a few things on the screen now. But yeah, my Instagram highlights for LOA coaching, not my main page, but LOA coaching, has all the information listed there and my contact details. And I think contact details will be in some of the pictures that just came up as well. Now take a deep breath, Alexa, and now we can begin the video. First thing you want to do, and to figure out are your affirmations correct and necessary, and in this context correct for you, is to figure out exactly what it is you want. Sometimes this changes. Sometimes I've done this myself for different manifestations. You might be holding yourself back or limiting yourself, but you may actually just decide, you know what, I want to go a slightly different route, or I want to go straight to the end. I'm done with focusing on just a text message or just with a one first date. I'm going to focus on this person being my spouse, being married to them. You can do that. So figure out exactly what it is that you want. If right now in the moment you feel good just working in steps, that's great, or going straight to the end. So now that you know what it is you want, exactly what you're focusing on, you have that visual or just kind of mental thought and image of what it is you're trying to manifest with an SP, with a specific person, with a job. Do you want to manifest a promotion in steps? Do you want to change your physical appearance in steps, choose one area and then the next? Or do you just want to say, you know what, everything about this one topic is perfect and exactly as I want it to be, and you're just going straight to the end. So think about that. That's the first step. If you're not sure, that's also okay. You can take your time. You can do some meditation, some scripting, some journaling to help you figure out what it is you want. But if you're not sure, you can always go in the blanket affirmation direction. I love those. I have so many videos referencing that because it's such a good method and it's so easy and stress-free. Not that manifestation should ever be stressful, but this is the most stress-free approach. So you can go super general and just focus on having a positive experience. So like I said, if it's work related, appearance related, just use the word perfect, or talk about it as a general overview, like my work experience, my career is going perfectly. Something like that, that would imply you have obviously a positive experience aligned with what you want, but you haven't gone super specific. There are no numbers, you haven't quantified anything. You haven't used any, really specific wording or adjectives, or nouns even, like you're just kind of saying, well, this is perfect, or this is going really well for me. So you can go really general and then just look at it as if you're just having a really positive experience, as opposed to focusing on achieving that one goal. Now that you know which approach you're taking, what your result is, how you want to, maybe phrase your manifestation, or what context you want to look at it from. Pick one or two key phrases or adjectives for that affirmation. And yes, you can have more than one, but obviously I'm going to give you advice like per affirmation. So for an affirmation, even if you've picked more than one, even if you have 5, that's totally fine. You want to focus in and hone in on a couple of keywords. You don't want to make it super crazy long. So I think I've written on my phone a short list of examples of what I mean. So things like love or loved, constantly texting, amazing and beautiful, consistent and committed. What's something else that's more general? Fully conformed, exactly as I want it to be. Those are a little more general phrases that I think you can apply to any area. So yeah, because most of those were SP type examples, but those are what I mean when I say a few key words, a few adjectives, a few key phrases. You don't want to go overboard. You don't need to smush it all into one affirmation. You can spread it out amongst a couple, or just generalize it, you know, pick one phrase, one area. And this is also what I always recommend for my clients, that they get really concise and relatively short with their affirmations. And yeah, I think my suggestions are always, for clients, are always pretty short. That's just how I am as a coach. I don't like to go super extravagant with my affirmations. I think if you get to the point of what it is you want, it's the best result. So that's why I'm recommending for you guys, just pick a couple keywords. Next point, very, very simple and to the point as well, but it is that repetition is the key. It's that simple. That's all I have to say for this one specific point. Repetition is your best friend. It's no use having a perfect, amazing affirmation that summarizes exactly what you want if you're not going to put in the work to create it into a belief. So repetition is your best friend. Repetition is the key. You need to be repeating, you know, that affirmation and all your affirmations that you have as much as you can every single day. I know I said earlier that you shouldn't make your affirmations too long and you want to summarize it, keep it relatively concise. Not every coach is going to take this approach. Sorry, my throat is a little fuzzy right now. Not every coach is going to give you that type of advice. Some people might go, you know, super extravagant with their wording. By that I mean just, you know, really long elaborated sentences with really descriptive wording. I don't really subscribe to that approach. You can do that if you want. There's technically no right or wrong way to affirm if you're going to repeat it. If you're going to repeat it 1,000 times a day, it will still manifest. But just to make it easier for yourself and your mind, keep it short. And I've written down here as well, because it takes longer to loop, which means it will take longer to manifest. So you don't want to sit there for a minute taking 50 breaths just to get one affirmation out. You want to be able to say as many as you can, you know, per minute, per hour. And not that you have to time it and make it this really like manual, quantified experience. Just do it from the mind and from the heart. Like, try and connect with it, enjoy what you're saying, you know, speak it into existence, say it with confidence. But at the same time, you want to keep in mind that, you know, you have looped it a lot, which is always easier with a shorter affirmation. Also, because your subconscious would then have to work a little bit harder to accept all parts of that affirmation, it will still take in every single thing you're saying. The subconscious mind is extremely powerful, and I don't even know how many pieces of information, but it's like, I don't know, it takes in like trillions of pieces of information a day or something crazy. So it's going to take in everything all at once, but obviously it's more information, so it's going to take a little bit longer, if that makes sense. So it's just logical. It makes sense that the shorter and more simple something is, the easier it is for you to memorize, accept, think about, and then loop over and over again. My final piece of advice for you guys is to be as consistent as you can every single day. So put in the effort every day. Persist with your routine, create a routine that you want, get those affirmations set using my advice from this video, and then yeah, all it is from there is looping, whether it's out loud or in your mind. Be consistent and just persist. My camera decided to cut out just as I finished that sentence, telling you guys to be consistent and persist with your manifestation. That is pretty much all my advice for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then please do thumbs up, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and yeah, I will see you next time. Bye!